And we continually wish you a safe drive as you make your way around the area, because we know a lot of roads are closed. And so as people try to get to these spots, they're going to get turned around a lot. We just don't want you to run into any situations that can be dangerous because your normal routes might not be able to be passable. And you understand why the message from mayors, from the governor, kind of across the board is don't go out if you don't have to. Crash Clark has been watching the roads for us. And Crash, you understand why when you have a big tree on a major highway, that is a snapshot of a much bigger picture that people want to avoid if at all possible.
Absolutely, Cheryl and Aisha. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I was just talking to one of our bosses in the newsroom, and they were like, well, if traffic calms down, you can go home. And I just realized and found out that I have no power at home now. I had power all night last night, and now no power. So there's no sense in going home. I'm in Sandy Springs, by the way, just off of Roswell Road and Hammond Drive, if you guys are familiar with Aston and City Springs. All no power. There you go. Here are the trees, and boy, this has been quite a project trying to get. This was not just one or two trees. This was like an entire bunch of trees that just either one fell and took two or three of his friends with him. But this has been quite the cleanup on the connector southbound past University. We've had 1, 2, 3 right lanes blocked. I mean, probably for the last hour and a half, maybe 2 hours now. But the only bit of good news is you see that flow of traffic on the connector. It's so light. There's so few people out there that if you have to go off to the airport, sometimes you like to take the west side perimeter or even the east side perimeter, you're fine going through downtown. That is not a problem. Let me get out of the way and give you a picture here. It looks like they're doing a good job getting those trees out of the way, but certainly quite a project. Let me just zoom in on that. Oh, well, you know what? Let's take it up here. The flooding that Bo Beth was just talking about off of Indian Trail south of I-85. I want to show you one of my cameras because I've got another perspective from you. She was kind of on the ground level there. Let me see if I can get the camera. Hang on a second. I'm going to cycle through one or two things here, and then I will get my camera and show you exactly. All right, there we go. Now you can get another better picture here. I'll step back in for just 2 seconds here and just kind of point. All it is right here. Look at that huge amount of water all coming from that creek, and you see the barrels. They've got them out here. They've got both sides of Indian Trail. You can see the barrels here. I've been watching people cutting through that Quick Trip and McDonald's. They are turning you around. So again, this is something we are going to see more and more of, as we get more daylight, as we just continue to assess all the damage. But again, that's one of those areas, Indian Trail south of I-85. Just completely avoid that. All right. Everything else, like I mentioned, not the worst shape. There's that Indian Trail flooding there at 85. And of course, we still have our trees that are down connector southbound at University. As far as anybody else on the roads are concerned, look at that big three, 75, 400 and I-85, all in fantastic shape. But again, if you don't have to drive, stay hunkered down. Ladies.